witnessing the end of the career of one of the best, one of the favorites around the USA, around the world. 112 events, 18 titles for the Casey Patterson.
And you can see the love and respect that his competitors have for him. You know, it's awesome to see Troy out there looking up the crowd on behalf of Casey. Look at a standing ovation. This is just awesome.
My goodness, what a career to witness. So thankful that we were able to, Rich.
I'm not sure if I'm emotionally equipped for Roger Federer and Casey Patterson all in one weekend. I was very fortunate to even have a small role in that. I got to work with him and Jake for a little brief period of time there in 2014. There's the whole family.
Oh, the whole Patterson crew is out here. Cash, Guy, Ray, Blake, Ford, Lexi, and Casey. And Casey, my man, what a fantastic career. And you know what? We're going to talk to you in just a second, but I need you to come this way a little bit because we're going to take a look at that big board, and we got a special message from you from a guy who means a lot to you in your volleyball career, means a lot to you in your life, and he wanted to give you a proper send-off.
Casey, C-Pat, big day, my brother, emotional day. Who knew 13 years ago in 2009 when you and I were sporting the same lime green Oakley shorts and you and Ty Loomis were winning your first ever AVP title that we would be here today honoring and celebrating you, a champion in life, a Hall of Famer, an Olympian, and today, walking away a legend. See, Pat, I'm gonna shoot you straight, my brother. Many times in life, we don't get to walk away from the things we love on our own terms. But today, you walk away fulfilled. You gave your heart and soul, your blood, sweat, and tears and love to this game. And the game gave it back to you. Today, you're surrounded by love, the respect, admiration from your teammates, your competitors, your friends, and the greatest fans in the world. And of course, your family. Man, we have watched your family grow. Cash, Ray, Guy, Blake, Ford, all five, nailed it. You and Lexi, you guys have created a dream team. You have 5 starters and 2 coaches. But just remember, see, Pat, you're always the assistant coach. If you remember that, she's the head. You're gonna be fine in life, in retirement. But see, Pat, you know what we have to do. We gotta do this right, man. We gotta do this right one final time. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls across the United States of America, on your feet. I'm talking to you, Phoenix. See, Pat, in 2003, you made your AVP debut. You knew it would be a grind, and that's exactly what you did. You weren't done playing indoor yet. You were playing in Puerto Rico, becoming the MVP. You were playing in Sweden from 2003 to 2008. You were in 13 AVP qualifiers. Only once did you make it into the main draw, and that was in 2008. You won your first ever main draw match. And then in 2009, it took off. A star was born. No, not you. Cash. In June, and it was at that moment you were ready to take off because you were sitting in the hospital and you were looking at Lexi and she was looking at you and you were getting the hair, you had the hands in the hair and she looked at you like Adrian looked at Rocky and Rocky 2 and she said, win, C-Pat, win. And that's exactly what you did. A month later, as we were celebrating America's independence in Coney Island, and everyone was watching Joey Chestnut throw hot dogs down his throat. It was Joey that looked at everybody and said, don't look at me. Go to the AVP and watch C-Pat because he's an entertainer. And that's where you took off, my man. Your game went to the next level. You decided I'm going to be a defender. You played with the Wonger, and then it happened for you. 2013, you teamed up with a legend, Jake Spiker Gibb. For the next 3 out of 4 years, Casey, you were the team of the year.
You won titles all over the world. In 2016, you became an Olympian. You fulfilled the dream for the United States of America in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. And you know what? The volleyball gods rewarded you a year later, your name on the Manhattan Beach Pier. For the rest of your life, you can walk down that pier with all your kids and your wife and your grandchildren, and you can stop and look at that plaque and say, that's right, Daddy's on the pier, because that's what you've done. You also won with Chase. You won with the Beast. You won 25 times worldwide, 18 of those on the AVP tour. You won all the majors, Chicago ILL, Hermosa, Manhattan, the AVP Gold Series. You've done it all, my friend. So you know what you do? You walk away today, your heart is full. You see, Pat, your cup is full. You grab that chair, man. You grab that chair and you bring it up to the table and you sit in it. You look at all the all-time greats because you belong and you've earned it. And for one final time, I ask you, Phoenix, get on your feet. You in the gray t-shirt. I said on your feet. For the last time, out of Newberry Park High School, which is still really weird to say. BYU, he was an All-American. Ladies and gentlemen, he came out of the womb a puppet and a locket with a mohawk-headed hair. He is C-Pat, Casey Patterson.
Yes, Casey. Wow, indeed. That was unreal from the one and only Chris Geeter McGee. Ladies and gentlemen, Casey has meant so much to so many people, to me, to all of you, to the volleyball world as a whole. But volleyball also meant a lot to Casey Patterson. Keep your eyes on the big board, everybody.
Volleyball is a very special sport for me. It has a lot more to do with just what I'm currently doing and playing on the AVP.
Casey Patterson for the match. And he gets it from 10 feet off.
But also how I started my family and a little bit of the legacy that I'm leaving behind with my kids.
That's good. That's a perfect set. That's better than most guys on tour, dude. Look at that. Absolute butter.
I'm just kind of working construction with my dad, trying to figure out what I want to do, and I've always had a massive passion for beach volleyball, and during college I'd always played on the AVPs randomly when I could in the summer.
So Patterson maybe some early butterflies playing in his first final.
In this match at set apiece.
Casey Patterson and Ty Loomis serving hard, and it's making a difference. Nice dig, Loomis. Patterson takes a whack and puts it away. Patterson!
Luckily I was obsessed and put a little chip on my shoulder that I needed to prove it to myself and to everyone else that I could do it, and made it happen. And ever since then, it's just been more motivation.
Scott tapping, this could be it. The knuckle, and it's on the line, it's over. First set, Casey Patterson.
For me, it's been kind of like this cool movie, the life of volleyball for Casey, you know? It's just being able to meet someone that played and has that passion too, and then raise a family around the sport has been really cool. It's been pretty awesome.
They've been siding out at about 85%. They just need one more play, and here it is.
Loomis for the championship. He's got it! Ty Loomis and Casey Patterson have won for the first time ever. Yahoo!
The first year we moved to Huntington, and I won my first tournament ever with Ty Loomis in 2009. From there on, it was full-time beach volleyball and following the dream and trying to be one of those guys like I used to watch in high school, all the pros and Karch Karais, the Ken Steffes, the Sinjins on TV with all my VHSs recorded, set aside, ready to watch when I needed inspiration. I finally got to be one of those guys.
Patterson is the man here in Chicago.
Wow, this is unbelievable.
I didn't expect all of this. This is unreal. Thanks to the whole AVP team, Josh, the McKibbins, Mark, DJ Roche, I mean, everybody, Empu, I mean, the whole family. It's been such a fun ride because I feel like I'm here with all my best friends when I show up. And that makes it so much more fun to do what I love and hopefully show you guys that this is the greatest sport on earth. And so for me, it's been an honor. Skyball. As everyone knows, you know, behind any accomplishment of a man, there's a woman that has done 100 times more. And Lexi has been that for me, and there's no way that I could have done what I've done in this sport or even had the opportunity to do it because she expects more out of me than anyone else. She runs our family. She's raised our entire family while I've flown around the world. And I couldn't have done it without her. So I love you, Lexi, and thank you with all my heart. I think the last thing that I would say is that I loved this year having my boys, Cash and Guy, even Ray and Blake sometimes volunteering and helping on the court. And the only 2 courts they would volunteer for was mine and Chase's. And we're in the tent in Manhattan Beach, I think, and I'm sitting in there in between a match, and Guy and Cash come in. Cash is super angry guy. He's like tearing up, super emotional. I'm like, oh my gosh, what happened? Is everyone okay? He's like, Chase lost. He was just so bummed that Chase lost. And it just goes to show that I would say a majority of the players now, or at a specific time, have volunteered or been a part of the AVP. And it's provided a platform for us and for the future of the sport. Chase, Troy, a true entertainer, Andy, who is the future of the game. You got all these guys, Miles Partain, all these young kids that are going to take this game and carry on beyond all us old dogs that have been doing it for a long time. So the game is in really, really good hands, and for me, that's the most exciting thing, is to watch these guys go and take off and win tournaments left and right. So support them. Thank you, AVP. Thank you, all of you. This is such a magical, magical day for me. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Ford, Blake, Baby Ray, Guy, Cash, Lexi, and the one and only, never to be repeated, Casey Patterson.